Hello students, myself Shanghamitra. Today we are going to read the fourth chapter named The Rat Trap, which has been written by Selma Lagerlof from Flamingo Book of Class 12. So I am giving a slight introduction about Selma Lagerlof. Selma Lagerlof, who was a notable Swedish author and teacher also. She was born on 20th November in 1858 and died on 16th March in 1940. She published her first novel, Gosta Berling's Saga, at the age of 33, and she has written many other writings, novels, and so on. She was the first woman to win the Nobel Prize in Literature, which she was awarded in 1909. Additionally, she was the first woman to be granted a membership in the Swedish Academy in 1914. Let us discuss about the introduction, message, theme, summary, and word meanings of this story. Next, come to the point, the characters of this story. There are some major and minor characters. At first, I am discussing the major characters. The peddler or the stranger, who is the protagonist and central character of this story, who is an unnamed man who lives as a tramp wandering the countryside and selling rat traps. Next one is the ironmaster, who is the man who owns Ramsö Iron Works and Edla Wilmanson's father. Next, Edla Wilmanson, the daughter of the ironmaster. The old man or the crofter, an old man who lets the peddler spend the night at his house. Next, minor characters. Two characters are there, the master blacksmith. The master blacksmith at Ramsö Iron Works, who works hard at the forge and agrees to let the peddler warm himself and sleep by the furnace. And the apprentice. He is the boy who helps the master blacksmith in his work at the forge at Ramsö Iron Works. Before going to discuss the introduction of this story, you have to know what is rat trap. Rat trap is a trap for catching rats. So why the author used this word particularly for this story? Let's see what is happened in this story. The story is about an old, low-spirited peddler who is given shelter by a generous young woman. He has a bitter attitude towards life, but this changes due to the munificence of a woman. The peddler is an unfortunate man who sells rat traps and resorts to begging and thievery as well. He feels that there is no goodness in the world around him and thinks the world is merely a rat trap. That's why the author used this word, and the main character, peddler or the crofter, who thinks the world is totally a rat trap because all the inhabitants of our world, they are so unkind. So they did mischief to that crofter, to that person, peddler. That's why he thought. And peddler represents a kind person and a very good person. So he thought this one, and he thought the world is like a rat trap. And people are like rat. They are trapped by the dishonest people. That's why the author used this word. So why the poet thought through the character of peddler human beings are like rat? So look at this theme. I think you will understand. He feels that the society, he means the crofter. The crofter feels that the society entices us with riches and things. And when we actually give in to these temptations, we are caught in the trap and are left with nothing. The story gives a universal message that the goodness in a human being can be awakened through love and kindness. It highlights how human beings are prone to fall for materialistic things which are nothing but traps. However, they do have a chance to redeem themselves from dishonest ways, which they had resorted to for getting these material benefits, as the peddler does at the end of the story. Let's see what is happened throughout the story. There was a poor man who sold rat traps and earned his livelihood. His income from the traps was not enough, so he also begged and stole petty things at times. He was not a born thief, as no man is. Necessity compelled him in the petty thieving. He used to sleep at night in the houses of people, if someone allowed him, or some places like factories like Ramso Iron Works. The peddler led a lonely life. One day, while he was thinking about his rat traps, an idea struck him. He thought that the world itself was a rat trap. As soon as anybody touched it, the trap closed on them. He was amused to think of some people who were already trapped and some others who were trying to reach the bait in the trap. Bait means some pieces of food as given for trapping any animal, for trap any person, any trapping rat. This is called a bait. It was a cold evening in December. He reached a cottage on the roadside. He knocked at the door and asked for a night's shelter. The owner of the cottage was a lonely old crofter. He wanted someone to talk to. He welcomed the peddler. He gave the peddler hot porridge to eat. Hot porridge, one type of dish of hot soup that is made of from oats with water or milk, and tobacco to smoke. Then they played cards. The crofter was generous as well as trustful. He told the peddler that he had a cow and sold her milk to a creamery. He also told him that he received 30 kronors as payment the previous month. Then he took down a pouch and showed him the money. Then he put the money back in the pouch and hung it on a nail in the window frame. Next morning the peddler left. The crofter locked his cottage and went away. The peddler came back to the cottage. He had been tempted to steal the money that hung like a bait in the window frame. He smashed the pane and stole the money. Now he thought it was not safe to walk along the public highway. So he went into the woods. Woods means forest. There he walked and walked but could not get out. He moved in circles. He was tired. He looked upon the forest as a rat trap in which he was caught. He thought his end was near. He lay down to die. After a while, he heard regular thumping of a hammer's strokes. He knew the sound was coming from Ramso Iron Works. He stood up and walked in the direction of the sound. He opened the gate of the iron works and went into the forge. The owner came on his nightly rounds and noticed the ragged wretch near the furnace. The ironmaster looked intently at the peddler's face. He felt sure that the peddler was one of his old regimental comrades, Captain von Stell, who had fallen on evil days. He invited the peddler to go home with him for Christmas, but the peddler was alarmed. He thought it was risky for him to accept the offer. He firmly declined it. The ironmaster went home. The ironmaster sent his daughter Edla to persuade the peddler to come home. He spoke gently to him. The peddler felt confidence in her and agreed to go with her. On the way, he was sorry to have stolen the crofter's money that had put him in a trap. The ironmaster was happy to have his old regimental comrades under his roof. He planned to feed him well and give him some respectable work. The servant cut the peddler's hair, shaved him, and bathed him. The peddler appeared wearing one of the ironmaster's fine suits, but when the ironmaster looked at him in daylight, he felt that he had made a mistake. The peddler was not Captain Von Stell. He thought the man had deceived him. He even thought of handing him to the sheriff. The peddler said that he had not pretended to be what he was not. He had not been willing to go to the ironmaster's house. Even then, he was willing to put on his rags and leave. He also told the ironmaster that the world was a rat trap, and he himself might one day be tempted by a big bait and get caught in the trap. The ironmaster told him to leave at once. Edla did not like her father's asking the poor peddler to leave. She thought it was unfair to turn away the man whom they had invited. She wanted to have the joy of entertaining a homeless wanderer on Christmas Eve. She stopped the peddler, and her father agreed to eat. He ate the Christmas delicacies. The daughter gave him the suit that he was given to wear, and she invited him to the next Christmas and assured him of secrecy and security. The rat trap man was overwhelmed. The next morning, he left the manor house, but before leaving, he left the packet containing the 30 kroner of the crofter. He wrote a letter to Edla asking her to return the money to the crofter. He wrote that she had treated him with respect, as if he was a real captain. She had treated him as a man and not as a thief. That genuine regard had induced him to be a better man and giving up stealing. Thus, the genuine compassion and kindness of Edla changed the life of a thief and turned him to a better man. So, you are just understanding, you can understand the character of peddler. The actually at the beginning of the story, you have seen the character of peddler. He was a thief, occasional thief, not inborn thief, because by force he had stolen, and after that, at the end of the story, you can see his character already turned into a better man. So two types of characters are there in every story. One is round character and another one is flat character. Flat characters are not changed throughout the story, totally same. It will be totally same throughout the story, but round character, at the beginning of the story, you are seeing one type of character, then the character turned into another character. So at first you see the peddler was a thief, and at the end of the story his character already turned into a very good, genuine character by the kindness of Edla, by the help of Edla. So this character we may call as a round character. And one message just came out, that is, by our compassion, by our kindness, by our genuineness, by our truthfulness, we can change everyone. We can mingle with each other, and we can change from a character from his bad life to a better life. So this is a message, and universal message the author wanted to wanted to give this universal message to us throughout the whole story.